Okay, so I've got some sad news. Unfortunately, we can't 100% the game because at the very beginning of the game, there's a moment when you can solve one one drawing thing only before you can exit the castle, I think. And that's the only time. If you exit the castle, it's unsolvable anymore. And I think the game has two or one more of that moments, and that's really sad. So we're just gonna solve the rest of puzzles, and we'll be done with it. So I can go like that, right? This is the dead end too. No, we need to go from up top. And like that, and like this. Maybe wrong sequence. Let me try something like this. So, what color am I? Does color even mean anything? Or it's the only... It's only sound that matters. So that's the full stop. Maybe... Can we go up here? Yeah. So we go like this. This is like this. So we got... I don't know if we should do anything else. Can't take this one. It's already been taken. Oh no. That's not the right track then? This is the low. Oh. Okay, let's try this. And then through the center. Ah, no. Stupid. So many sounds. I'm not sure if sequence through both of them matters. And then sure. So the black ones. So maybe I need to go. Oh my god. I need to go like this. Because it's. So we go with the highest pitch, then we need to go to the middle pitch. And that should be. Oh god. Middle pitch is here. But I need the. I can't get to the last pitch. It's crossing. So maybe that's not it. Then. So this. But what are we drawing? Maybe we should go around. Is there a dot? Is that just basically? Is there unnecessary dots to this puzzle? So it's and then long pause and then do. Then 2 pads. High pitch and low pitch. So I guess the magenta is high pitch and low pitch pads. So this is magenta way. But then we got like... So maybe I need to go around. So that's we're in the middle, right? We're going around and we can't do anything. So it's not the path, at least yet. Oh, there's 3 pads. I didn't even notice this. It's very high pitch pad. The middle pitch, no, lowest pitch. So, but we still have 6. We have 6 sounds, but 7 dots. Unless there's 4 pads and 2 of them are identical. So 4 pads, it should be middle, low, middle, high. Let's just get back from this place. Like, get away from this. I think let's go back and let's listen which pad is first one. So it's Sam. So what's the first pad? So it's the middle pad. Okay. Purple. Suppose I'm doing this. Suppose pads are the orange ones, right? So we're going to dot as the drip. Then So let's imagine path's path. It's gonna be this, and this, this, and then the highest pitch. Waiting for the bed. It's middle. Okay. So middle, low, middle, high. Well, maybe it's middle actually. Let me just listen for last time. What's after the lowest bed? Yes. Yeah. So it's this one, the lowest, this. I can get through. Why? Maybe it's middle highest. Oh my god. Completely... They're so far apart. So this is the R. Maybe we can go... No, we can go like this. We can't go like this, because we need to go around. So these two notes are... That's the good match. Then can we go like this? So it's the middle. The first one is the middle. Let me think about it. Middle. Yeah, middle, low, middle, high. Middle, low, middle, and then we're trapped. So we need to go to the highest one. Well, maybe... we go like this. We're grabbing the magenta from below. So we go like this. If we go like this. Alright, I'm not grabbing anything yet. Except the lowest one. Lowest. Then we grabbing the first drip in here. And I can get through. There's no way you can get through, right? Yep. So it might be, it must be, maybe I'm just in the wrong spot. No. No, 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 no. There's no way. Can go like this. Wow. So we're going to this. If we're grabbing this one, how can we get back? There's no way back. It's a trap. It's a trap. You done? What if we go for the highest pitch first? Maybe it's something like this. So we're going through here, grabbing... Oh, no, we're grabbing the black one first. We shouldn't do that. We're going like this. If we go like this, are we trapped? I think we're trapped. So this is our middle. If we need to go... We need to go like this, but then we are grabbing the yellow one. This is very confusing. Has to be both of them. Maybe it starts... Maybe it should then start with the different sound, like the lower pitch. Okay, let's try lower pitch. Grabbing... No, can't grab it like that, unfortunately. So that's how we're grabbing. No. No, that's not it. Wow. I can't even just grab two of them. What's up with this? So let's me get on something like that. Are you grabbing anything? I think. No, were you grabbing the first one? Okay. So I need to go through here. I think I have identified every sound correctly. I just need a proper execution. Like this dot, and this dot is the one sound. Because there's no three middles in path execution. I mean sequence. And okay. So if maybe if it starts like this, what can I do? Going to the middle. Okay. Going to the side. Well, we can't get through. Now, this is the place. And I'm trapped again. I need just somehow I need to change sides. Oh, this one, this one, this one. Oh my god, this one. All right. This, and full stop, fortunately. Oh my, how can we grab something? What if we start with the middle one? I just brute force now. What if it's reverse? Maybe the highest pitch is the biggest one this time? That would be so much easier. If I'm grabbing this dot, I can't grab this one. No matter what. How can this possible? How can this be? If I'm grabbing this spot, I might as well need to grab this one. But it's here. So let's think from the end to start. Here's our end. We should go from bottom here or like from the side with the orange one. can go like this, okay. But I need to move it from the middle, right? From this one, from this. So I'm going like this, for sure, or like this. That depends. Okay, so this is second to last dot. This should be third from last, and this should be first. So this is first, then this is 2, this is 3, then it should be like this or something. But that's obviously not it, cause we need to grab this spot. Just move. Now we need to grab this for sure. Maybe that'll do. So I solved this puzzle, but I don't understand the solution. So I correctly gone for, oh my god, for so I went for the orange one and pads, but then I started with the lowest note, then I go to the highest, right, and then to the middle one. So it's starting with the lowest drop of water. Alright, it's a penis. Okay. I think I understand it. I was just a little confused about the proper sequence. The start of the drip and such. So I think we're about to finish the game. We just need to solve another another puzzle in the woods that I haven't solved yet. And watch a movie, of course. Oh, no. It's too bad the game isn't solvable from the first try. I think maybe you should do clever mechanics in that case to revert the process. But just... I don't want to play it for the second time. I mean, first time is magical, but the second time, this will be torture. Let's watch the movie first. Then we'll go to the forests. That's the wrong type of penis. Oh, it should go down. Surely should go, maybe not in here, maybe. Did I remember that correctly? Okay.
Know yourself as the open, empty, luminous presence of awareness. Open because you say yes unconditionally and indiscriminately to all appearances of the mind, body, and world. Like empty space, you have no mechanism inherent within you that can resist any appearance. We don't have to make this the case, it is already the case. Empty, because although you, I, this aware presence, is aware of thoughts, sensations, and perceptions, it is not made out of a thought, a sensation, or a perception. It is made out of pure knowing or awareness. And luminous, because just like the sun, relatively speaking, that renders all objects seeable, so you, I, this open, empty presence, renders all experience knowable. In fact, we don't really see objects, relatively speaking, illumined
Sorry, that was my
by the sun. We just
email.
see reflections or modulations of the sun's light, appearing as a multiplicity and diversity of color. In the same way, we don't really know the objects of the mind, body, and the world. We just know our knowing of them. All we know, all that is known, is the knowing of experience. And you are that knowing.
It's so long.
All that is ever known
Okay.
is a modulation of our own knowing presence, modulating itself.
I should then just close my...
In the form of thinking, sensing, and perceiving, and seeming to become a mind, a body, and a world. But we never actually know a mind, a body, and a world as they are normally conceived. We just know our knowing of them. And this knowing, the substance of our experience, the only substance of our experience, is ourself. In other words, we know ourself alone. Awareness knows nothing other than itself. Be knowingly this open, empty, luminous presence of awareness. We don't need to do anything special to make this happen. Above all, we don't have to manipulate the mind in any way whatsoever to be this presence of awareness. This presence of awareness, which is simply our self, what we refer to when we say I, is ever present. Just check this in your own experience. Nothing that I am saying this evening, there is nothing that cannot be checked in your own direct experience right now. I bring no special knowledge to this meeting. I don't have a store of knowledge which I am disseminating. I'm just, within the limits of language, trying to describe the current experience. Ask yourself, do I know anything other than now? Try to experience the not now. Try first to experience the past. It's easy to experience a thought about the past. But what about the actual past to which this thought refers? Try to experience that. Can you step into the past? Can you go 1 second into the past? Or 1 second into the future? Thought can go there. But what about you? Really try to go there to make sure that this is not just an interesting philosophical conversation, but that it is actually your experience. That the past and the future are never experienced. And if the past and the future are never actually experienced, they are only thought about. And that thought about the past and the future is always now. If this past and future are never experienced, what does that say about time? Time is a movement between a non-existent past towards a non-existent future. It's a theory, a necessary and valid theory, but a theory that doesn't refer to the reality of our experience. Nobody has ever or could ever experience time. When I say nobody, I mean yourself, awareness, the only one that knows or is aware. When I arrived off the plane from London in Washington, D.C. last weekend before coming here, the friend who picked me up asked me how the flight was, and she said, how long did it take? And I experienced thought being cranked up like an old motor, a little resistant to get going. And for a moment, I could feel the cogs of thought almost moving, trying to work out how much time the flight had taken. Because in my experience, it had been now all the way. I had never left London. London had left me. I had never got onto an aeroplane, a flow of sensations and perceptions that thought abstracts and calls a body in an aeroplane, flowed through me. And I never arrived in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. arrived in me, or at least the cluster of perceptions that thought calls Washington, D.C. arrived in me. In the same way, nobody ever walked into this room, and nobody is sitting on a chair, and nobody is listening to a talk. A colourful flow of sensations and perceptions appears in awareness. But awareness never goes anywhere or does anything. It is always here and now, not here a place and now a time. Here, this dimensionless, now this timeless presence of our own being. That is our experience, whether we recognize it or not. Now the mind may feel a little rebellious when it hears this. It may say, yes, 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 that's true, but there is an undeniable continuity to my experience. And this undeniable continuity would seem to be evidence of time. Where does this felt sense of continuity come from? All we know of the mind is the current thought or image. And thoughts and images are intermittent. The body is known through sensation, and all sensations are intermittent. All we know of the world is perception, that is, sights, sounds, tastes, textures, and smells. In fact, nobody has ever experienced a world as such, a world as it is normally conceived to be. We just know the current perception. And all perception is intermittent. So if the so-called mind, body, and world are intermittent, from where does this felt sense of continuity come from? It comes from the only thing, if we can call it a thing, that is truly continuous, or in fact not continuous, but ever present now in our experience, and that is our own being, the presence of awareness. The presence of awareness is the only thing that is known to be ever present. Now the mind knows nothing of awareness because the mind only knows apparent objects. So when the mind looks at experience to find what it is that accounts for continuity, it cannot see awareness. And so it manufactures a substance called time to account for the continuity of experience. In other words, continuity in time is what eternity looks like when viewed through the narrow slit of the mind. Permanence in space is what the infinite,
That's not even
unlimited
50%.
nature of awareness looks like when viewed through the narrow slit of the mind. Continuity and permanence are pale reflections at the level of the mind of the true, eternal and infinite nature of awareness, that is, of our self.
Yeah, I need a drink too. Be right back.
What else can we say about ourself from our actual experience? Which means right now, what can we know for certain about ourself? Not what thought may tell us about ourself, but what we actually know in this moment, derived only from our experience of ourself. Ask yourself, can I, this open, empty, knowing presence, can I be agitated? Thought can be agitated. Sensations, or the body, can be agitated. The world can be agitated. But what about you? The one that knows the apparent mind, body, and world. Can you, this open, empty presence, be agitated? See, in your experience right now, that you are, and this of course is just an image, are like an open, empty space, such as the space of this room. Nothing that appears within this room can agitate it. We are all sitting peacefully now, but if we were to stand up and start dancing or fighting, would the space of this room become agitated? You are like that.
So
You,
he's still
I,
he's
the
still
presence
going
of
about
awareness, are
non-existence.
undisturbable,
All right.
imperturbable. We don't need to become imperturbable, and this undisturbability of ourself is not dependent upon the condition of the mind. Right now, you, awareness, are utterly imperturbable, and for this reason, another name for ourself is peace.
Feel
Peace is
free
not
to
a
skip
quality
it, by the way.
that ourself
I'm
has.
not gonna judge you.
It is what ourself is. Not peace of mind. Minds are more or less agitated. This peace that passeth understanding, that is not of the mind. It doesn't have to be sought. It is not hiding in the background of experience. This very awareness that is seeing, hearing, knowing, is pure peace itself, shining in all experience, however apparently agitated that experience may be. Ask yourself, can I, this presence of awareness, ever lack something? Thoughts can say that something is missing. Feelings can say that something is missing. But what about you?
I just want to know.
Without referring to thoughts or feeling?
How much
Is there the
is
slightest
left?
motive in you to avoid the now and replace it with the not now? See that in yourself, this presence of awareness, there is not the slightest impulse or possibility to avoid the now. And what do we call this absolute absence of resistance to the now? The absolute absence of resisting what is and seeking what is not. What is the common name we give to this? It is called happiness. We all know that when we are happy, we are by definition not resisting the now and seeking in the past
There's
or the
pattern
future.
up there, but
By happiness,
I
of
need
course,
to
I do not mean
be on
a
the
pleasant
platform.
state of the mind or the body. I mean this absolute impossibility of ourself ever to resist or seek, to resist what is and to seek what is not. So happiness, like peace, is just another name for ourself. It is not a quality that ourself has. It is what ourself is. What else can we say for certain based on this current experience about ourselves? When I was driving here, or being driven here, the day before yesterday, from the airport in San Francisco, I was looking in the wing mirror of the passenger seat, and I noticed the words inscribed at the bottom of the wing mirror. And they said, "Objects in the mirror are closer than you think." A statement of pure non-duality. Objects that appear in the mirror of consciousness are closer than we think. How close to a mirror are the objects that appear in it? Are there in fact two things? One, the objects that appear in the mirror, and two, the mirror? Or is it all just mirror? All we know of the apparent mind is the experience of thinking. And thinking is just a modulation of yourself, a modulation of knowing or awareness. All we know of the apparent body is the experience of sensing. And sensing is a modulation of yourself, awareness. All we know of the apparent world is the experience of seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling. These are all modulations of knowing, modulations of ourself. In other words, we never truly know a mind or a body or a world. These labels are just abstractions that thought superimposes on the intimacy of our experience. From the point of view of experience, which is the only real point of view, experience is much closer, much more intimate. So close as to not admit the possibility of two things, one, myself, awareness, and two, the object that I know. Even that is an abstraction. It may be a useful stepping stone, a halfway understanding to conceive of thoughts, sensations, and perceptions arising in awareness. But nothing arises in awareness. The only substance of all experience, the only substance of thinking, sensing, and perceiving is already awareness. What do we call this absolute absence of two things? A subject that knows and an object that is known. Take now the experience of hearing. Go to the sound of the air conditioning. Forget about the labels sound and air conditioning. Our only knowledge of the apparent air conditioning is the experience of hearing. How close does hearing take place to you? 5 meters away? 10 meters away? Refer only to your experience, not to what thought tells you about sound. Where is hearing? Is it close? Intimate? And in the experience of hearing, can you find two parts? One part that hears, and another part that is heard? Or is it just one seamless, intimate substance called myself? And what about this room? Thought says, I, the inside self in here, sees the room, the outside world, out there. But what does experience say? All we know of the apparent room is the experience of seeing. Remove seeing, and the room vanishes. In other words, we don't know a room. We just know the experience of seeing. Does seeing take place 5, 10, 15 meters away from yourself? Or is seeing utterly intimate? And can you find two parts to the experience of seeing? One part that sees, and another part that is seen? Or is it just one seamless, intimate substance? And what is the name, the common name we give to the absolute intimacy of all experience? It is called love. Love is the most familiar experience that we all know, the collapse or dissolution of the sense of a self in here and an object, other, or world out there. The collapse of this sense of separateness, distance, otherness, not me-ness, is what we call love. Love is just another name for non-duality. If we call it non-duality, there's just a few thousand of us in the world that are interested in it. But if we call it love, or peace, or happiness, then all 7 billion of us are interested in it. So why is it if love, peace, happiness are the natural condition of all experience, the substance out of which all experience is made, how is it that it seems not to be experienced? It is because of a single thought that rises in awareness, made only of awareness, which imagines that awareness shares the limits of the thoughts, feelings, and sensations that appear within it. It is like imagining that a mirror shares the limits of the objects that appear in it. With that thought alone, the ever-present, unlimited awareness, which is what we are, seems to acquire or take on the apparent limits of the body and the mind. Just as the screen seems to take on the limits of an image when a film begins. As a result of this imaginary collapse or contraction of our self, unlimited, eternal awareness into a body and a mind, these qualities of love, peace, and happiness are seemingly veiled. And it is for this reason that the self, the separate self that thought imagines us to be, is always, by definition, on a search in the imaginary outside world for the apparently lost love, peace, and happiness. However, this imaginary inside self cannot, by definition, find the love that it seeks, because its very presence, its apparent presence, is the veiling of that love. All the separate self seeks is love. In fact, the separate self is not an entity that searches, it is the activity of resisting the now and seeking the not now. All this seeking ever wants is love. But love is the dissolution of this seeking, the dissolution of this imaginary self. In other words, the separate self that seeks love is like a moth that seeks a flame. The flame is all the moth wants, but it is the only thing it cannot have. Because as the moth touches the flame, it dies. That is its way of knowing the flame. It becomes the flame as it touches it. That is the separate self's way of finding love, by dying in it. The death or dissolution of the separate self is the experience of love. So simply be knowingly this open, empty, luminous presence of awareness, whose nature, whose inherent nature is love, peace, and happiness. Not a love, peace, and happiness that is in the background of experience that has to be sought, but that is shining in full view at the heart of all experience. In fact, experience is made out of this substance called peace or happiness.
Is he done? Come on, man. That's it. Goodbye. Very tedious, man. What the shit was that? So apparently, okay, so there's patterns up there, which means I can't solve all of the obelisks. Can't solve all of them, and at the same time open the doors to everything. This is confusing me. So I see, okay, this is the green pattern, but I don't see any wow. So this is the pattern, because the ending is pretty clear. This is the beginning. But I have to do what? Where's the other half? Is it somewhere in the movie? In some movie? And I have to align movies? That would be also insane. That wouldn't surprise me. So this is a pattern too. I have to stand it like this. So, I actually solved 2 obelisks, but they are they haven't opened anything. Oh my god. So let me think. Let me take a closer look. I mean, as much as I can get. Maybe it's not a pattern, because there's plenty of vines there. But it should be. Alright, let's finish the game. Because I'm gonna spend so much time to replaying this and do all the puzzles. This will be a torture. Okay. So why did we stuck here? This didn't work, right? No. Let me try it again. No, that's not it. So... Maybe I'm just missing one square. Like that. No. Maybe I just need to ignore leaves. But I'm still not starting. In the shadow. Starting on the light. Just, oh my god. Move! What a silly donkey. Maybe. Maybe it's this. So maybe shadow is moved. Like on one square. Two. Oh no. No, I'm just blocking the path. This is the light spot. I think there's three entry points. Like that, maybe? Doesn't make any sense. It's not going anywhere. So I'm getting to this point and then there's nothing. Maybe there should be leaves. Or I should ignore them somehow. Did I mess some things up? Couple of leaves there. Maybe there should be leaves on this thing also. Maybe I need to move just something. Something to somewhere. Why I can't understand it. Can I just like fuck everything? Maybe I just need to make a shadow this time. Just... No. No. This position. So if I'm standing right here, I'm blocking my way in, right? So it can't be it. I can't go down. So there must be a broken branch. I think that's it. Wow, why? Can't go this way. do I go from here? Maybe it's just... Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's just... Like, I'm going through here, I need to go up, and here, and go in there, and then I need to go like this, and then this, and that's it, right? That was easy than I thought it should be. It's just altering between light and dark, shadows and the absence of shadows. Somehow you have to do in shuffle mode. You have to solve them like that. So I think we've done all the lights, all the beams. Can't go in certain areas, unfortunately. Like, for example, where was it? There was an area. Yeah, so here, for example, an area that you can go only from inside. Maybe there's a... when we open the mountain, maybe it'll open the doors? But I think this is just the end of the game, more or less. So, actually, you know what? Some of the patterns are so wild. So there's a pattern in the sky, and there's a cloud that going right and left, and it's so long for it to wait. I mean, to wait this thing, to wait the cloud. Just like maybe 10 minutes, maybe more. The amplitude of it. So I think we have all the beams of light. There's also maybe a few patterns in here that I've missed. I think I've done this one. Okay, what's wrong with the river? I think this is just this is the painting, a painting. Let's see. I was also told that there should be an unsolvable pattern on that bridge that can be solved only if bridge is in its first position. So, okay. Alright, let's do it. That's the end. Oh, I get it. So we separate all the white ones like that. Oh, I need to solve all permutations of the puzzle. There's only 3 locks, so shouldn't be that hard. So let's dim the light. Can I go in here? No. Maybe I should take... No. The cord is not... Oh, not allowed. Not allowing me to act. I can't separate it. Okay. Maybe I should start from here then. No, here's the same thing. But I can't go through... Alright, maybe. Let me stand right here. Alright. So what I did was that, right? Now I need to go down. There's this leg. Maybe I can do it for... I can do it for the black dots, right? Or maybe I can. But, the leg is... Allow me. I just need to find the right angle. Can I go through this cord? No. So this man is blocking a major percent. Can I go under this heel? No. So I've solved this perspective. Okay. So I need to go like this, but also take at the second. I don't think I can do it. I need to see at least one exit, maybe? So how can we go this spot? I think I have an idea. Hold on. Oh no. Oh, that'll work too. Ah! There's the problem. Come on, man. This is just a small, just a smidge. Just a tiny space. There we go. Oh no. Now you just... Maybe I just need to stay closer. Is that what it is about? Okay, they are separated. Everything is separated. Turn the lights down. Okay. So there must be. This must be the starting point. That's a bad idea. How about that? Still bad. Maybe. Okay, something else. No. No, I can get through. Yeah. Okay. Now, there's too many legs in here. Can I cover? Oh no. Of course. Need to take both of them. Somehow. Of course, they're not gonna let me do that. So we did that. This position. Maybe something from this position? No, the last one. Come on, last one. We can do this. So I can go like that. Cover some space. Can we do it? If we do it like this. So... Oh no, that's not gonna work. Because they're both on the same side. This one's tricky. Can't go on top. Or maybe I can't, I just need a... Can I go like this? Let's see. No. Is there any coloring that I can use? What about this thing? No, I can't go on the box, unfortunately. Oh! The box is covered in symbols that we use to solve puzzles. So this should be the starting point. There's only one way. Should find the right angle. Move those guys? Maybe. Just one. They're very angry. Is there a ladder? There's a ladder down here, there. So it's not the end of the game, right? Thank God. The solution must be elegant. The angle must be very obvious. How can I do this? No, I'm not covering that one. He's stepping right on that. How can we cover something? That and that's and maybe that. No, because they're in the same. They're in the same plane. And we need to use this one, I guess. We've used every other. So this was the solution. This was the solution. So the solution must be can go like that. That would work if there was a help. Let me try to use a different spot. Still can use this. Maybe I need to stand right down. Like, can I move through here? Technically. And then coordinates. Maybe I still need to use this. Oh wait, we've already used this. What am I talking about? We've used this solution. So we need to use this dot. Oh my god. Hold on. Ooh, there's an action down there. Oh, just a glitch. Alright. So how can we separate something from this position? Maybe if we stay right that. It's not gonna separate anything. Oh, that's an interesting angle. I think we can do this. Oh, the cord. So what's the problem? What is the problem with the cord? White. Could it be? Do I need to light? Do I need to give it a light? Because that's between the legs. I think that's it. Or that. No. That didn't work last time. So why do I need to have this view? Because I can manipulate this. Something like that. I need to go through his leg. It did open all 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. How many lights are there? Much more than 7. So those lights are not why is it open then? Not going through. Yeah. Now, this is like in the bonsai tree puzzle, when you should look at the angle, the right angle. So I can block this. Okay, I'm blocking. Blocking the black one. Blocking. Almost blocking the black one. Oh. I mean, that's it, right? That should be it. Because it's so perfect. Let's try another. No, black and whites are on the same side. Alright, maybe I need to do a cut or something. Because I don't think we're close.